Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, you are getting behind the scenes sneak peek of the barn clearing site. The dozer has been here and done its thing. Guys, it's still a muddy, soppy mess out here though. Gotta get this dried up before I can build the barn. Actually, before I can build the barn, I've got to get 1, 2, 3 piles of trees moved or burnt. The dozer tried to move them for me, and he was overheating. He couldn't do it. They're so big and thick. Originally, I wanted the barn to be right here in this main open area. But after he got everything all cleared out, I found that the higher ground is just behind me. And it makes a lot of sense why it needs to be there. And actually, there's a couple piles of trees that are just too close. I got to get them burned, because if I build the barn and then burn those pile of trees, I'll burn the barn down. Don't think I want to do that. But I am amazed at how big this area is. Because you guys remember on Ramblings, I would walk out into the thicket of it and you'd see the pine trees I cut the bottoms off of, and I would walk around. It just seems so compact. Now that they've got it cleared, it's huge. Well over an acre just in this front part right here alone. And it dog legs around and downhill and uphills behind me. And I think now, David from Come On Homesteading and Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 was here this weekend. They got to see this, and you're going to see some of it on their videos. So go check them out if you want to see this land. I'm actually going to put my video of their visit, my tour around the ridge, out before I do the land clearing video, because that dozer video has got drone footage, a Sony DSLR footage, has a GoPro Hero 10 and a GoPro Hero 8 that was attached to the dozer for like 6 of the 9 hours he was out here. It's going to take me a while to edit that, so I'll probably get David and Mike's tour of the ridge out to you first on Ridge Life, and then I'll get that out. But looking at that, and you'll see more in those videos coming up of what my vision is now for this. This area in the front is so large, and I'll have the barn behind me. This front pasture, when you drive through the front gate, you're going to see this big old rustic barn on a hill. This front pasture with these pine trees. I know the pine trees look kind of sickly because all the other trees were growing up under it, and the bottom limbs are really ratty. I'll cut those off and clean them up. There's a couple pines I think really need to come down. The dozer could have done it, but he said, Tim, you know, I could spend a couple hours getting these 2 or 3 trees down where I can clear your land for you. I think I want you to clear my land for me. So Cass, and Cass got at it. Cass was a great dozer operator. But when you drive up to this property and you see this old barn on the top of a hill, cross buck fencing at the gate. I'll have a keypad gate entryway, got to protect the property. But you come in through the gate and have a cross buck fencing lining the driveway to this front pasture area here. And in this front pasture, picture 2 horses. One, a beautiful pinto or palomino or some, multicolored horse. Beautiful flowing mane and tail. And another one, a quarter horse or a dun colored horse with this black dun gray mane. Oh my goodness. I love the blackish gray coat on a horse with a blackish gray, darker colored mane, but a lighter colored gray body. Just 2 beautiful horses trotting and galloping and having fun out here in the front pasture. And then you pull on up the driveway, and cross buck fencing. If you don't know what cross buck fencing, it's the old style fencing like I had on the ridge property with the crosses and the straight boards, the top and bottom, and the cross boards in the middle. And then you drive up behind the barn, and there's the S-curve that goes back over to the log home. But you drive up behind the barn, and the driveway to the barn dominium will go up to the back top of the ridge, half a mile away. But the barn will be right here, and you pull in behind the barn, and there'll be a small area between the driveway to the barn dominium and the barn, and you'll have a corral. I can have an area to dressage the horses and work with the cattle, work with the farm, the livestock behind the barn, a round corral. And then on the other side of the driveway to the barn dominium, have the back pasture with, say, 3 Highland cattle in it. The big Scottish Highlands with the long fur, beautiful, you know, maybe a dun colored, a white one, and a golden. Oh, would that just be beautiful? 3 Scottish Highland cattle back there. Now, I could have the Dorper hair sheep back there with them, and a donkey for protection. In the front here with the horses, maybe a donkey up here, who knows. Horses really don't need the protection like the other animals. A lot of y'all have said, Tim, get pigs. I really don't want pigs. I mean, I know there's a lot of interest in pigs. There's a lot of return on investment with pigs. I don't really care for pigs. We'll see. But I'll have rabbits and hutches on this side of the barn. You can't see it when you drive up. It'll be hidden. Chickens will be on the other side of the barn too. You won't see them in the coop and the run. Barn will be full of, you know, hay in the loft and implements and old blue in the barn, you know. It's gonna be a dirt floored barn. That's why I gotta make sure it's up on the highest part of this field. I don't want water getting into my barn. It needs to be on the highest point. I gotta get old blue and level this out, get a laser level and make sure everything's level before I start getting the pole barn put up. But this front area is just gonna be so gorgeous. And we're separated here by distance, guys. You come in the front gate, you go through the S-curve about a quarter mile, back to the log home and where the camper is right now. And then there's trees that separate this barn area from the log home. Barn area right here with the open pastures front and side. Hardwood forest off to the side over there, and that's where those underground creeks and streams all run to the bottoms, the bottom right of the dog-legged field in the front, pasture in the front. Top of the ridge, beautiful hardwoods. Not gonna touch that area, guys. We have 30.45 acres, and we're probably gonna leave about 15 to 20 untouched acreage. Most of it's gonna be here in the west center, west, south, and east, south of the property. But we'll have the barn dominium on the top southeast, and solar field and big field, hunting field. We'll have a new hunting field up there. In that untouched area. We'll open that up and have a big hunting field with the hardwoods behind it. I think that'd be great. You see my vision here. You see how excited I am. Oh my goodness. I had David from Come On Homesteading and Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 here this weekend. It rained so much. Oh my goodness. The rain was just immense. But now the sun's out, and guys, the sun's not staying though. This is like the last sunny day. And the last sunny day. So I wanted to get out here in the field here and let you see it before it just rains and I can't get out of here. It's just too muddy. But I got a lot to do before then. There's a lot more things going on. You know, I'm gonna do 2 videos a week on RidgeLife, and then 5 vlogs here on Ramblings, letting you see all the behind the scenes. And you know, guys, on my vlogs, my ramblings, I don't just sit in the camper and drink coffee and talk, you know. A lot of channels, you know, do that. A lot of channels walk around on hikes and do stuff. And I, you know, I'm a unique creator here on YouTube, but you know, I do what I'm led to do, and you know, I'll sit in the camper and talk and drink coffee with you, and I'll sit out on the lawn chairs looking at the beautiful view, and I'll walk around and show you the rabbits, the baby rabbits, and the creeks and the streams and the elephant trees and the land clearing. Or I'll get on the Kubota and we'll drive around and talk on the Ramblings. Or guys, I may even, what do you think about this? Do a live stream walking around on Ramblings. A walk around live stream on Ramblings. And you can ask me questions and I can take you to go see things. How would you like that? You know, I've separated the reviews and how-tos to their own channel, so that's not mudding up the mix on RidgeLife. I've got the Ramblings on its own channel, and then my RidgeLife Lessons from the Ridge, RidgeLife Lessons, my faith-based channel. I was doing it 7 p.m. every Sunday night. Well, guys, I just announced on that channel an amendment there. Because I work Monday through Friday and the land's cleared now for the barn, I've got to make progress. You want to see me make progress, and I got to get moved. I want to get out of that camper eventually, right? So the Lessons from the Ridge will be on whatever day I can do it. If it's a rainy day on a Saturday morning, I see it coming, I'll promote it on Friday saying, hey, we're doing Lessons from the Ridge Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Or maybe it's a Sunday rainy day and I can do one at 7 p.m. on Sunday night. Or it's just going to be a Thursday evening live stream, you know, of Lessons from the Ridge. And whatever I get put on my heart to do. And I don't promote, you know, I'm not into, that channel's not monetized. I'm not in for it for the money. If it does ever get monetized, it'll be for tithes and offerings. But I'm still led to do it. I'm still doing it. It's just going to be amended now that I can continue this off-grid journey. So hopefully you guys that are dedicated viewers to RidgeLife Lessons, you hear this and you know I did not forget you, I did not forsake you, I'm still there for you. We got a few more of the Rewind Wednesdays to put out, which was the old lessons from the Ridge, bringing them over to the new channel. I got just a few of those left, and then we'll be doing RidgeLife Lessons, who knows when, what day of the week, but I'm gonna try to stay bringing those to you on a faithful basis. But I'm excited. There's nothing going to hold me down. It's been a rough couple years, guys. It's been a rough couple years, but you can see the vision I've got. You can see the joy in my eyes, the smile on my face, and I'm bringing you along for this unique journey off-grid. I know a lot of people go off-grid. A lot of people build, you know, barns. A lot of people build barn dominiums now. It's very, very popular. A lot of people have Highland cattle. A lot of people have horses and hair sheep and have baby rabbits and honeybees and chickens, but it's my life. And hopefully you want to share this journey on my life here on the Ridge. And I think a lot of you do. I don't know, I get so much support for that. And I'm so thankful for that. Got this old Kubota side by side. It's actually not old, it's very, very, very new. And it's taking care of me immensely. I'll tell you one thing right now, you treat a piece of equipment right, it will treat you right, you know? You got a tractor and it breaks down on you because of something you did. You know, the only time I ever broke this thing down, the back right CV axle broke when I first got it, and I put it where I shouldn't have, you know, so that was my fault. But you treat your tractor right, and it'll treat you right, right, David from Come On Homestead? And I know, it's beating a dead horse. I shouldn't be doing the tractor wars thing, but hey, it's fun, and as long as me and David are having fun with it, and hopefully you guys aren't too bored with it, but old Uber, I believe, is getting taken care of right now, so hopefully she'll be back in action. And old Blue, ain't nothing getting her down, guys. Woo, baby, Blue is doing it. But I've got to get Blue out here to level out this land where the barn's going to go, and then when I start burning these tree piles, I may pull some of them out with that pterodactyl claw, the crocodile as Mike called it, and cut some of that up for fire pit wood, because this is fire pit season, guys. Cool evenings, get a fire going, ooh, cold adult beverage in a reclining lawn chair out by the fire. Who wants to join me? Oh my goodness, who wants to join me for a fire pit and a cold beverage? That's snuggle time, guys. That's when you want to snuggle down by a fire pit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Getting me all excited. But I've got trees to trim up and stuff. Again, those are secondary. Those I don't really need to be done. And one thing for sure is I'm going to complete projects. I'm not going to start the barn, get halfway finished with it, move on to the fencing, get half of the fencing done, get some animals, bring them in, but have to keep them in temporary pens, then start the road to the barn dominium, and then clear the land for the barn dominium, buy a solar system, get half of it up. So, you know, I don't want to do that. I know it can probably get a lot more views if I started something new all the time. I don't want to do that. I want to start things that I can finish and then have you see me finish them and enjoy the satisfaction of the completion. You know, the walk around, the tour, the see me put it to use, to move into it, to put the tractor in the barn, to have the horses in the front and the cows in the back. It's going to take a while doing it this way. I know it's going to take a while, but hopefully you're going to be along with me for this journey, because it is a journey I want to do immensely. God's given me a blessing out here, guys. 30.45 acres of just beautiful goodness. Beautiful goodness. And you'll see videos coming out on Come On Homestead and Drifting Dreamers 5 and Ridge Life of what's going on out here, a nice tour of the place. You'll see the dozer clearing. And a lot of you said on the dozer clearing, Tim, we want to see the dozer, make it the long video. What I might do is put a second video out of dozer work, drone, onboard dozer, external video of the dozer and just be dozer video. It's a separate video, hardly any talking. And I may just do a long dozer video for the people who like to see heavy equipment in operation. And I might just do that. So I'll have the land clearing video with all the talking and the narration and all that stuff, music and whatever. But I may do a second video of the dozer work just for people who want to see the dozer in action. You know, because man, it was fun. Oh my goodness, I was like kid in a candy store when the dozer was out here. I was like, let me on that thing, but he didn't let me on the thing. So, all right guys, I'm gonna get this uploaded to you. It is Monday. Tomorrow I'm live on RidgeLife, and hopefully I get a ramblings out to you tomorrow too if it's not raining. It's supposed to rain all week. You know, I think Sunday is the next clear day here on West Tennessee. We'll see, but it's a super, super windy day. I got my lavalier mic on, so hopefully it's nice and calm, no nasty wind noise. But beautiful day. I'm just glad I can share it with you. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go Ridge Life.